Live, welcome everybody. Randy Shrum here with Miles Seegers, and we're going to get started here in just a moment. If you would, let's do a systems check and let us know that you can hear us okay. Type in the comments and say that you can hear us good, and I'll wait to see that. And guys, I'm excited that you're here. We have some incredible information that we're going to be sharing with you, really along the topic of the pursuit of financial freedom. So as I see that we get these comments, then we'll get right into it. So let me just check that really quick. Yep, I can hear you. Great. Awesome. Welcome, everybody. Welcome, Chris, Joe, Lee, Zola, Dean, Ben, Kevin. Wow, there is a lot of people jumping on this right now as we get started, Miles. I'm super excited, everybody. So what we'll do is we're going to get right into it. So welcome if you're on live with us or if you're catching the replay. I'm excited to be here with you along with Miles. And so as we get started, let me just share and set the table a little bit with you. So I've been in the home business industry now since 1999, and I have been on this journey of financial freedom, or the idea of having income come into you whether you're working or not. And that is what my journey has been. And I got to tell you that for the first few years of that journey, it was a little bit difficult. And I had some uphill battles. But what you're going to be hearing about tonight on this live stream is absolutely going to blow you away. The last several years, we've had incredible success in our businesses. And so I get reached out to quite a bit about different things, different businesses, and different opportunities that are out there. And most of the time, I just show a little bit of courtesy and a kind reply and say, well, thank you for sharing that information with me. And I continue to build my companies. But what we're going to share with you tonight on this live stream, we could not let pass by. It was something that once it crossed my desk, I realized that it could really make a difference in a lot of people's lives. So with that said, Miles, why don't you come on, introduce a little bit about yourself, and then we'll get right into it.
Well, thank you, Randy. Hey, folks, my name is Miles Seegers, as Randy said, and I'm just blessed and I'm just honored to be here, especially being here with Randy. It's just such a great honor. So, number one, thank you for inviting me, Randy, and thank all of you for chiming in. A little bit about myself, for those of you that don't know. I'm an online entrepreneur. Some people call me a serial entrepreneur. Been online now going on close to 5 years. And within those 5 years, my beautiful wife, Sonia, and I, we've been very, very blessed. I see a lot of people coming into this industry every single day, and they tend to struggle, and some give up, some hang in there. It could be years. And, they invest in programs, they spend money on different things, and they continue to struggle, but they still hang in there. And, a lot of people come in and say they have like a story where, they struggled and then all of a sudden they took off. We have a similar story, but it was from a prior industry we were in. We were in the real estate industry, and we did quite well. And then the markets crashed, long story short, had to get out of that. I had a choice, folks, to go back to corporate America or to do something else. Somebody put the bug in my ear, internet marketing. Got into the business, got with the right people, found the mentor, and we did pretty well, did extremely well, actually, from the beginning. And things have been going quite well. I love this business. My goal and mission right now, Randy, is to be able to include more people in what we're doing and give them an opportunity to live the type of lifestyle that they want to live. So.
Awesome. I'm excited to get into the information. So if you guys are ready, type in, let us know you're ready. And also type in and let us know what city you're watching from, okay? And let's get into it. So we're going to be covering the pursuit of financial freedom. And for us to do that, we're going to be talking about 3 pillars of money. And these are 3 pillars that both Miles and I discovered along our journey, and really where we took some of the top leaders along with ourselves and said, what are the key ingredients that we've discovered that really helped us catapult ourselves from just being average to really generating an awesome income? And these are 3 pillars that, let me put it like this. Have you ever felt like there was something that wealthy people knew, or that they know, that they have access to, that most people don't? that they have some type of insider secret information. Well, I'm here to tell you that there is, okay? Now, it looks like Miles just dropped off. We'll get him back up here in just a moment. And so what we're going to do is we're going to get into those three core areas, and let's dive into it and take a look here. So pillar number one is the pillar of information. And this really comes down to wealthy people operate by a certain set of information. They operate by a certain set of insider information. Wouldn't you agree with that? That they're acting on information that most people don't have, right? And so otherwise we would all be wealthy. And so key ingredient number one, pillar number one is information. You need to get access to the information. And, you know, put it like this. Here's a stat that will absolutely blow you away. All right. And it's this stat. And once people graduate school, graduate college, graduate high school, here's what happens. So 79%, or no, only 7%, watch this, 7% of people who are poor, 7% continue on with lifelong education. They continue on with getting the information. Yet, when you survey wealthy people who've graduated school, 79% continue with lifelong education. You see that stat? You see, the reason why is because wealthy people understand that you have to have access to this information in order to stay on the cutting edge. That's simply the case, right? So you've got to get educated and you've got to become an insider. That's just a simple fact, right? So here's pillar number two, okay? And that is systems. All right, so Miles will be right back, he said. He just lost his connection, so he'll be jumping right back on. So pillar number two is, and wouldn't you agree that wealthy people often tend to operate on systems? You see, here's the reality of the fact is systems remove the human error component. And really, when you can leverage a system where you can duplicate your success, where a system, whether what race you are, what intellect you are, where you're at from in the world, systems give people a level playing field. So understand this. Wealthy people leverage systems because they're looking for ways to duplicate and remove the human error component and duplicate success, right? So systems work, people fail. Absolutely, McCoy. That's exactly right. But here's the key. You guys, watch this. The key is proven systems. I see a lot of people in the home business industry who peddle systems. And unless you have a proven system, you really don't have anything. Would you agree with that? And so what you need are proven systems. And so that's pillar number two. And wealthy people operate on that, whether it be in their companies where they create streamlined systems and they leverage that, right? They call them standard operating procedures in companies, whether it be from a technical or a software or a marketing platform, but they systematize everything that they do, okay? I think we've camped on that long enough, but let's talk about pillar number three, all right? You guys with me? And listen, if you can't see this, then what you can do on your screen is on the lower right, you can expand to your entire window, okay? And what I'm gonna do, my friends, is I'm going to bring Miles back in. And Miles, you're going to come right back in here in about 3 seconds, my friend. And so welcome back, Miles. Everyone say welcome back, Miles.
Thank you, folks. I apologize. We had a little internet problem, but we are good now. So I'm here.
Awesome. Well, Miles, we were just wrapping up the importance of systems. We talked about the keys of information. My friend, would you like to hit on any of those two things before we move forward?
Yeah, I even though I came a little bit late, I know what you're talking about, Randy. And I will say, I was talking to my team earlier tonight. I was talking to them about leverage, number one, and how important it is to any business you're in, how to leverage, whether it's a technology or whether, some other type of business to help you grow whatever you're doing. So I just wanted to touch upon that idea of leverage just for a minute.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So pillar number three is leverage, and wealthy people understand that. They understand that, I love what John D. Rockefeller said, and also J. Paul Getty said the same thing, okay? They said, and most people don't realize that they both said it, but they said, I'd rather have 1% of 100 people's efforts than 100% of my own efforts. You see, they understand the power of leverage, and whether it be in an employee base, whether it be in a sales team, whether it be in a bunch of oil rigs, they understood the power of leverage and with systems. But wealthy people understand this. They understand to leverage their time and to leverage their money and to leverage other people's money. And when you begin to understand the power of compound, wealthy people, I'm gonna let you in on a secret right now. Have you ever seen anybody or heard anybody say this? Well, they say something like, well, they just pay for everything, like someone to mow their lawn, to do their laundry, to do all these little tasks because they have the money. And the reality is wealthy people do that not just because they have the money, but because they understand the power of compound. You see, they understand that if they can leverage their time, guess what they can do more of? They can go apply pillar number 1, where they can go get access to the information and begin to grow their wealth. You see, if they can pay someone to do something that they don't have to necessarily do, and they can expand their horizon to where they can apply pillar number 1, they just compounded their time and thus compounding their money. And banks understand this, guys. If you learn anything else here, understand this. Bankers understand this. They understand the power of compound. If you were to look at the returns on your deposit at your bank, or you were to look at if you look at how much your bank charges you for a loan versus how much they pay you on interest for your deposits, or how much they pay you if you have a 5-year CD, let me put it like this. When you get a loan, where do they get the money to lend you? They get it from us. Okay, so they understand the power of compound, so much so that they leverage yours and I's money to do it, to lend. So they don't even use their own money. So understand this, the fix is in, and we are the ones being taken advantage of. Okay, so Miles, would you like to say anything else about this?
No, well, one thing I will say, Randy, is I totally agree. And especially when you're building a business and you finally start earning a little bit of money. A lot of times people don't quite know where to put it. So where else are you going to put it? You're going to leave it inside of a bank, where for the most part it's just sitting there. So yeah, I agree with that concept 100%, Randy.
Okay, so let's then agree on a truth. All of us right here, right now, let's agree on something. And this is a truth. In order to become financially free, you must become financially fit. Let me kind of share a little thought, and then I'll turn it over to Miles. I used to weigh 115 pounds more than what you see here on this screen. And you know how I did that? What happened? I put those pounds on over months and months and months. And so it was a consistency of continually eating bad and not exercising. And in order for me to become financially fit, what I had to do is I had to consistently begin to manage my finances and make good decisions. And so I think we all need to agree right here, first of all, and type this in, type in truth, because in order to become financially free, you must become financially fit. What do you say, Miles?
I agree 100%, Randy, because again, I have personal friends that, they're earning, a good amount of money, whether it's their online business or offline business. But when it comes down to the management part of it, or, Randy, just being able to keep it, a lot of people have problems with that. So I would say if you really want to gain the freedom, folks, that you're looking for, just like Randy just exposed, you need to be financially fit, definitely.
All right, so let me do this. So I'm going to flip it over here. So what does financial fitness look like? Okay, here it is. Financial fitness looks like this: consistency over time and educating yourself and applying technologies and tools to grow your wealth. Okay, now if you just get educated and you apply technology, but you don't apply it over time, what's going to happen? You're going to fall out of financial fitness. And so it is about consistency over time and getting yourself educated and applying the right tools, right? Getting access to the information. So think about it like this. Information is the currency of today's world, and those who control information are the most powerful people on the planet. And we don't even need to look any further than if you just wanted to name one news website or one news agency right now on how they can completely control, consumer and just the world sentiment right now. And so it is about information. And so we've got to get access to the information, but that information changes, right? Platforms change, wealth building strategies change, new ways to build wealth and compound your money change. And if you don't stay up on that, then you will fall out of financial fitness. So let's flip right here. And here's what I want to do. I want to share something with you. And that is a couple of things that we've been experiencing over the last several years. And first thing is I want to share with you my personal results, and let's see how those resonate with you. So I placed my money with a bank that has 11 million customers in January. Listen to this. They have 11 million customers, 52,000 employees, World International Bank, and they're publicly traded. Yet less than 1% of their clients or their customers know that this technology exists. And so what I did is I placed my money with this technology, with this broker in the bank, and I've generated a 16% return on my deposit. I want you to understand what I just said. I have generated a 16% return on my deposit, and in the span that I did that was in 6 months. Okay, right now on average, my deposit is returning to me 2.5% per month. Now, I could share with you my results, but I want you to hear something. We have a 3-year proven track record just with this one technology, and we have a real-time third-party auditor who is auditing our results in real time. And here's the most exciting thing. We have millions and millions of dollars on deposit where this technology is generating these results. So you can look at it real time, see all of the customers who are winning, and it's pretty exciting, guys. And we're publicly traded, and we're in over 70 countries right now. And so, Miles, when you learned about this information, what was going through your mind?
Well, Randy, I'll be very honest with you. When I first learned about the information, I started having a hard time sleeping. And I also started getting very angry because, again, I'm traditional. I've learned from my parents. I mean, I always felt funny about, investing in certain areas that I'm not comfortable with. So, Sonia and I, have our money sitting in a traditional bank. And when I heard, what you guys were doing here, I got very excited. I got a little bit angry, but I couldn't sleep. And I think that was right at the time I reached out to you.
Awesome. And guys, and here's the thing. What we've discovered is a company where you can truly build financial fitness. And we're going to share that with you over the next few minutes. And the company is Wealth Generators, and it's truly a financial fitness company where with consistency over time, you can get access to education materials and information along with technologies like you just heard about. And that technology is called Rise. But we have other technologies that are generating some incredible results that you can leverage, right? And so what I want to do now is we're going to break that down for you. And this is really exciting, guys. And here, let me just help you understand something here. Wealth Generators is a 3-year-old company, publicly traded. All right. So, as we move into this information, I want you to not only know that the bank that where you deposit your money for Rise is publicly traded, but our company is publicly traded. All right. So that's pretty exciting. So let's talk about it. So our products are in 3 core areas, and it's number 1, find. So help you find where you are leaking money, where you are losing money, and find ways to manage your money. All right. Then it's grow, where you get the leverage technologies and resources that can help you grow your money. Then number 3 is manage and keep your money. So let's break this down. So the first area is the most important, and that is information, where we provide to you educational videos that are really short and concise by a world-renowned teacher in this area, Ross Jardine, where these videos are anywhere from 3 to 5 minutes in most cases, where it talks about debt management, how to get your finances under control, to other areas. But it also includes up-to-date monthly webinars where we share with you new insight into wealth building. So it stays up to date with things that are happening in the market and new products and new services and ways that you can grow and keep your money. And so that is the first area in our products. The second area and the most exciting area is our grow area. And the first area is within currencies. And why is that something you want to pay attention to? Well, currencies make up that's a $5 trillion a day market. Now, you want to hear a stat? Miles, I'm going to share a stat that's going to really get people excited, but also go, what? Are you kidding me? And here it is. All right. You guys want to know it? Here it is. Banks are known to generate 40 to 60% of their profits in the global currency market. Did you hear what I just said? So they're using your money to go out there to generate 40 to 60% of their profits. Okay. And so if they're out there doing it, shouldn't that be a market that if, now that you have access to what wealthy people are doing, shouldn't that be a market that you should be operating in? So our first product is called Rise, which is the one that I just shared with you about the results. It's fully automated, meaning once you get your account set up, you can deposit as little as $500 and watch your money start growing and compounding for you. Really, $500 just allows you to see that the technology works, that it does what we are saying it does. But then after that, once you really watch it grow over the next 60, 90 days, then you can deposit more money. Now, if you're here and you say, well, Randy, Miles, I really don't have $1,000 or $2,000 to do that, or even 5 or 10. That's all right. Stick with us. We're going to show you a way to be able to do it anyway. All right. Now, we also have something called FX Accelerator, which allows you to have more control. So if you're more of an educated trader or someone like that, then you can have more control of your account. Then we have one called FX1. It requires less capital. So for as low as $100, you can begin to operate in this market, in the currency market, and be coached daily alongside professionals who are winning in this market. And all you got to do is copy and watch what they're doing and listen to them. So it gives you access to the up-to-date information. And so it requires a little bit more time on your part, but a lot less capital. And then we also have mining, equities, and startups. So I'm pretty excited about this, guys, because here's the thing. Miles, how many of our customers are winning?
100%, Randy.
And did they have to sign up anyone or store anything in their garage?
No, that's the beautiful part. Unlike a lot of other companies out there, they did not have to do that.
I'm excited about it because I've built a lot of businesses and I've helped a lot of people. But what you're seeing here, guys, is something that will absolutely change this industry. Number 3 is Keep. We have a technology that you get to install. It's a tax software, and you can install it on your phone, and it'll keep track of all of your expenses. It can link up with your accounts. It can help you see where your money's going and better track it. But listen, if you're a person who's starting a business, this can help you find an immediate $2,500, $3,000 in tax write-offs every single year. So it's incredibly powerful. Okay. So now let's get to it. So become financially fit. That's really the bottom line. If you really are in the pursuit of financial freedom, you have to become financially fit. Now, to get access to all of these products, here it is. It's $199 per month. Okay. But watch this. Anybody think that they might know somebody who might be able to use Rise? Who could use Rise? Yes, Miles. I mean, is there anyone on the planet who could not use Rise, right? Well, here's the thing. If you want yours free, there's a way to do it. If you share this with 3 people, you refer 3 people, yours is free after the first month. So let me explain what you're just hearing. So you can get access to these technologies and these ongoing educational videos every single month where you can begin to grow your wealth. And if you refer 3 people, then we'll give you this access to this for free every single month thereafter. All right. So it's very, very exciting when you think about it, okay? But who wants to create leverage? That's where the bottom line is, right? So maybe you're here and you are someone that says, you know what, I don't have $5,000, $10,000. Maybe, listen, guys, here's the thing. Me and Miles, we've been in this industry for a while, and we know what it's like to try and start a business and follow leadership and not make any money. We know what it's like to continue to chase after your dream, and that's a worthy thing to do. It is a worthy thing to continue to pursue financial freedom because of what it provides for yourself and those that you love and care about, right? But sometimes it doesn't always work out. But the reality is, could you create leverage here with what we're doing? The answer is absolutely yes, because everyone can use our products, right? Would you agree with that? Everybody could use them. So I'm going to explain to you how simple our compensation plan is, okay? Here you go. Our compensation plan covers 2 areas. Personal volume, which basically, if you refer 3 people, you unlock the entire compensation plan that's available to you. All right, you have the ability to earn compensation from the entire compensation plan. Number 3 is called group volume, meaning the total amount of group or customers that are signed up under you in your group, whether you do it, the people you refer, or people above you refer. All right, so let me show you what this looks like, okay? And this is very, very powerful, folks. So whether you refer 3 people, 4, 5, 10, whatever it might be, watch what happens here. When you refer 3 people, here's what's going to happen. People are going to get excited, and you're not going to be able to control what happens next, okay? This is what the power of this compensation plan does for you, okay? And so if you refer just these 3 people, now you could refer more. What begins to happen, guys, is your organization will begin to grow by what other people begin to do. This is called group volume, all right? Meaning, now here's where it gets even more powerful. Let's just say Miles invited you here tonight, and you happen to be number 1, and Miles is up here, right? Miles might put more people down here below you who take off and create all this group volume, and that you get to count that. You catching that? And here's the thing. How far can you count for it? To infinity.
Infinity.
It's insane. Okay. Yeah. What you're looking at, guys, is a reality of where we are going to liberate a lot of families over the coming months. The next 6 to 8 months, you're going to see a lot of families liberated because of what you see here on this screen. Because a lot of people are not just going to win, they are winning. All right? Because when I share with you what we did just last month, it's absolutely going to shock you. Remember, we've been in business for 3 years, and we're just getting started. But we've begun to fine-tune this message, begin to bring this to the marketplace, and you're at the right place at the right time. So let's look at this. So let me show you how you can make $500 per month. And here's the best part. Guaranteed. Okay? Now, I don't want to be stealing the show, Miles, so please jump in at any moment, okay? So,
I will, brother. I will.
Okay. So watch this, folks. If you get 9 people in your group, remember, you just had to sign up 3. If you wanted to sign up 6, fine. But if you get a total of 9 in your group, you are guaranteed $500 a month. Do you hear that? Listen, how many people have to make $500 a month guaranteed have to go sign up 50, 100, 200 people in their organization? Anyone ever been a part of a company or an opportunity like that? What we're talking about here, guys, listen, understand this. When the mortgage meltdown happened and people started losing their homes, 80% of the people who lost their homes, if they would have had this, they would have been able to keep it. If they would have had just an extra $500 a month, they would have been able to keep it. Because I hope you're catching this, because I didn't say you had to go sign up all 9 of those people, right? In order to provide something that will create financial freedom in their life. Not something that's stored in their garage or stored in their basement, but something that will create financial freedom for them, that will allow 100% of our customers to win if they stay in the product.
Can I just add something, Randy?
Yes, please.
I haven't been here long. I tell you, and the beautiful part from what I see, from speaking to people that are already involved, they stay in the program. That's something, Randy, that I've been involved in quite a few different programs and companies. And one of the biggest problems, I know everybody on here can agree, one of the biggest problems is turnover. People not being able to keep up with their monthly fee or whatever else they need to do. We're telling you here that we can get your monthly fee taken care of after 3. And we have the products in a company that it attracts the people. It's something that everyone needs. It's something that you need. And I think everybody here, Randy, can agree with that. I'm looking at the comments coming in. Everybody can understand what we're saying here.
That's awesome. You're absolutely right. We're in an industry, Miles, where the average retention is 3 months. And here's what I have found is my customers are sticking. I have been sharing this message all around the world. I've been packing out city events where people come in and become customers, and they're winning and they're not canceling. I felt like when I was introduced to this industry, I felt like for years, like this horse with this long stick extended out in front of me with this carrot that I could never grasp.
Yeah.
I could never grasp this true idea of passive income that continued to come into me whether I was working or not. And we truly have it here because we're solving the very problem of why we start in this industry. And guys, do you catch that? And so obviously I'm a little bit passionate about this. So let me show you how powerful this is, folks. Okay. Guaranteed income. Okay. If you wanted to make $1,000 a month in this business, all you have to do is help 27 people, 27 families in your group. Meaning, again, maybe you only signed up 3 or maybe you signed up 10, but your group generated 27 people. You're making $1,000 a month guaranteed. Now, you see that? If you wanted to make $2,000 a month, you need 67 people in your group. Okay? And again, imagine you have someone like me or Mr. Gardner or Miles or Chuck or any of the other people that are on this, like Nathan or Laura and Donna, that are here building above you and building and adding to your group. If you want to make $4,500 a month, all right, we're looking for strategic partners who want to partner with us,
yes,
who want to make $4,500 a month. And look, 167 people in your group. Guys, I want you to catch something. I've had people on these live streams the last several weeks where they have, how many of you have had at least 5,000 people in your group? I want you to comment because I want you guys to catch something. I talk to people all the time who have 10,000, 50,000, 100,000 people in their group. They're not making this. They're not. And so if you wanted to make $9,000 a month, guaranteed, you need 333 people in your group. Now, I want you to just see that and understand how powerful that is. And look at the comments. Look at the people. I mean, you're talking about, we have people from all walks of life. Why? Because this does not discriminate. This is something everybody can do because it's simple. It's a simple message that just makes sense. Look at Dan. He said he's had 10,000 people in his group. Dan, wait till I show you with 10,000 people how much you can make. With just 1,300, you can make 25 grand.
And let me just add something, Rainey. As I said 5 minutes ago, in most businesses, most companies, most organizations, I hate to say it, folks, but it's a revolving door. It's almost like, I think of it as like a dike that you're trying to plug. You're referring people to your organization. The others are leaving out this door, and you got to keep bringing more in. But when you have an opportunity, folks, like we have here, where people get it and people stay, let's make it real simple, Randy. Why are people staying? Because they're getting results. If you're getting results and I decided to cancel your account for you, you would get mad at me like, Miles, you're not canceling my account. You're not taking my account from me because they're getting results. That's the beautiful part, Randy.
That's awesome. And I don't know about you, but that's peace of mind to know that the people who trust you, that you refer, that you share this information with are winning. All they got to do is stick with it. They just got to stick with the technology. And so I've got one thing here called 40%. What is that? Well, it's really simple. Remember how I showed you on the chart? You have 3 legs. You could have 4 or 5, but you can't count more than 40% of the growth from one leg. So, for example, you couldn't count to make $1,000 a month. You couldn't count more than 9 all-ins from one leg. Does that make sense? And so no more than 40% of the growth from one leg. It's got to be balanced a little bit. And so, but that isn't really too difficult to do when you look at the power of this compensation plan. But guys, it doesn't just stop here, okay? And you say, well, Randy, why are you showing all this? Because I want everyone to dream again. And I want to show everyone what's possible and what is actually achievable, not because of just you, but because of the leaders who have invited you here, because of what we're doing. Guys, we are bringing on a lot of people every single day. And the question is, where do you want to be in that volume? Where do you want to be in that benefit from that? So if you wanted to make $45,000 a month, listen, and some of you, that's out of your wheelhouse in your mind. And you need to change the paradigm of the way you think, because it just takes 2,300 people to do that. If you want to make $65,000 a month, not a year, a month, you need 3,300 people in your organization. And listen, I have seen a lot of people comment that they have 5,000, 10,000, 20,000 people in their group previously in other companies.
Wow.
I mean, this is...
Imagine if they were here, Randy, if all those people were here.
It's insane. Miles, I know one of the most respected industry leaders who has over 100,000 people in his group. And he's barely making 100,000 a month. Now, some people would say, well, Randy, that's 100,000 a month. But guys, do you understand? If you have just 20,000 here, you'd be making $350,000 a month. I mean, guys, we have someone who's 22 years old in our company making $65,000 a month. So don't sit here and think that you can't do it. You can. I mean, people are winning. Right? They are winning right now. And they're winning with something where people stick because our customers win. All right. So look, here's the thing. 1,600. That's how many customers last month alone we signed up in our group. 1,600. And if you would have taken action last month when we encouraged you to, you could have had a lot of this group under you. I want you to think about that. So we're not here sharing this information from theory. My group last month alone, folks, earned, listen to this, right at close to $350,000 in commissions last month alone. Okay. And we're on pace to set a record in October. We have done so much in the first few days of October. It's blowing everybody away. And so I want you to understand that, I mean, we could literally do over $1 million in commission in October alone. And so the question is, where do you want to be in that? Right. And so what I would recommend that you do before we close off this broadcast is get back with the person who messaged you to take a look at this. Right now, if you've been commenting, obviously you've probably even gotten a message from us saying, be sure to get back with the person who invited you. Right. So Miles, this is staggering, isn't it? I mean,
it's amazing, Randy. And I just wanted to add something. I'm looking at these numbers, and I know, some people might have a hard time getting their head around this, but those numbers that you brought up, the 1,600, close to $350,000, folks, the money's great. The numbers are great, but here's what that means, guys. That means that people are winning. Lives are being changed. Families are being changed. Seriously, let's get right down to it. Homes are being saved. People that were possibly at the brink of foreclosure. These are real families and lives that are being changed. That's what that money represents.
Guys, I'm super excited for everyone that's here right now. So we are looking for strategic partners. That's what we're doing. Listen, you could get a customer account with us and you could start compounding your money today. But some of you would say, Randy, Miles, I don't have $3,000, $5,000. I don't have $500 to put into Rise right now to really start seeing it grow. Well, for $199 one time, you're really what it takes is to get started for the first month as a brand new builder with us, affiliate, it's $279. Okay. So it's $199 a month if you don't go get your 3, right? But to get started as an affiliate and with the subscription, it's upfront $279. But then let's go get your 3. And as a strategic partner, you get 3, and let's build this together so that the second month, the third month on after, yours is free, right? And guys, here's what's powerful about this. We get to count the volume. Even though yours gets free, we still get to count that volume in the organization. That's what's incredible. So we are looking for people who want to make an extra $2,000, $4,500, $9,000, $15,000 per month. That's what we're looking for. And so if you're interested in locking arms with us and really being a financial fit partner with us, we're keeping each other accountable with, hey, are we watching the videos in WG Money and listening to Ross Dardine? Is there areas where we need to start that journey, just like in physical fitness, where sometimes the first couple weeks are a little tough, right? Well, we need accountability partners. It's not just that we're strategic partners, but we're accountable to one another to make the adjustments. Because listen, any fool can make $1 million, but it's the smart ones who keep it, right? I love what one of the co-founders says. That's what he says. His daddy taught him that, and they've had a lot of oil rigs all over Texas. And he says that. He says, look, it's one thing in this industry of home business where a lot of people, Miles, they make a lot of money. But they spend more than they make. And so we're serious about not just growing our wealth, but keeping it, putting it in places where we can see it multiply and we can see the fruit of the labor, right? And so that's what we're talking about here. So look at this, guys. And I'm going to let Miles jump in on this, but here's what's going to happen. Go all in. Right? Go all in. Make a commitment today. Just like Richard Branson says. He says this. He says, when you see a massive opportunity and it's big and it's huge, just do it. And then figure out the details once you get in. But take action. Why do you want to take action now? Because we have something called the holding tank. And what that means is this.
That's exciting.
My friends, what that means is the people who get excited and lock arms with us and see the vision of what we're doing. What it means is that when we watch you build over the coming days and weeks, for the first 30 days, the people who are signing you up, get to decide where we place you in the group based off of your productivity. And so you want to lock in as soon as possible and refer 3 people or refer 6, refer 10. And the power of that is you're going to be placed in the organization based on how serious you take this. And the more serious you take it, the more support you're going to get from us as leaders. And so you want to get back with the person who referred you. Miles, comments, thoughts?
Again, Randy, got involved myself last week. And I'll tell you, I've been saying this over and over, and I'm not exaggerating. I haven't been able to sleep. I really haven't. I gotten a few hours here and there. And again, it's not, and then Randy, let me be very honest. It's not, while comp plan is incredible, yes, we can make a lot of money here. One of the things that's been bothering me for a while, I had to talk to my beautiful wife Sonia about this. One of the things that's been really, really bugging me is, while we've been able to build teams, we've done really well, but normally just a small percentage of our team, are winning or to say earning money. And I told Sonia, in fact, I'm sure she's listening in the room, sweetheart, if you want to come by and say hello, stop by and say hello so they know who you are. I told her, I said, sweetheart, I am not going to get involved in another program because I'm telling you, Randy, before you and I talked, I had like 8 or 9 different opportunities on my desk, people coming to me saying, Miles, why don't you come here? Miles, I'd love you to join my team, whatever. I said I would not get involved in another opportunity unless I knew for sure that, my team and the people that, I surround myself with can win. And the fact that they can do it here, that's really, really exciting. So I'm just extremely excited about that. And I did, by the way, I did talk briefly about the holding tank. I said, listen, guys, we're going to help you win, but, we want to see you also help other people win. So those of you that are going to be producing and get results, we're going to place you very strategically so we can all win together.
That's awesome, Miles. And, I want to do this. We have a lot of people here, and I'd just like to, take a moment. Hopefully you guys are catching that we're speaking from some experience, some things that we've done in the past where we've grew big teams. And guys, I'd just like to take a few minutes to just talk a little bit more about what's in our hearts here, because, guys, we've seen a lot. Let's say hello to Sonia there. Hi, Sonia.
Hello, guys. How are you? You got the headphones.
Listen, this is awesome. To see Sonia on a broadcast is monumental, okay?
She's my secret weapon.
And I got to, you know what? And with Sonia here too, is I think the biggest thing is that's been racking our hearts and our brains for the last 2 years has been the fact that is how can we help more people in our team win? Because the pain point is that 95% of people in this industry fail. And that's heartbreaking. That's gut wrenching, especially when you take it so personal. When you take it personal that you want to help people change their life and change their financial situation. But the reality is that's the stat in the industry. But we finally have not just an opportunity, we have a product and a technology that we really can flip that, where really 95% of the people working with us will win. 5% won't because they're just allergic to success. They will find any way, any reason to run from it, right? They will find the excuse. But we finally have something that it's got a proven track record. And guys, we haven't even talked about our system. We haven't talked about any other part of our system or leveraging our expertise on how we generate thousands and thousands of customers, right? Think about it. Last month, we generated 1,600. But what I didn't tell anybody is that I did another test, and over just a couple month period, I generated another 8,600 customers with another one of our technologies.
Incredible. And
here's the crazy thing about it is we're doing that. We go out there and test it. We test it with our own money, and then we share it with the team. So you've learned all of this, but you only learned part of it because we have such a vision. We want people to win. And so we have other things in the back end here to continue this long term. But this message is so simple and so compelling. We don't even need to talk about that right now. But here's what I can tell you. We have a proven system on the side of customer generation and getting in front of prospects, qualified prospects on an ongoing basis. We have that. But we have this first. And we want people to lock arms with us and build. And guys, I would encourage you to trust the person who invited you. I've asked a lot of my close friends and family, which I normally never do. And I've said, listen, trust me on this. This is going to make a difference in your life. And a lot of my friends and a lot of my family have done that. And over the months, their money has continued to grow, right? Now they're referring people, guys. So don't miss this opportunity. Sonia, what would you like to say?
Actually, that what I really like about the product is the simplicity of it. I kind of joined back in July, and I didn't pay attention as I should have. And then all of a sudden I started looking and I said, what am I missing? Yeah. So after I looked at it again, I started bugging Miles. And I said, you really have to look at this. She kept
nudging me, Randy.
You have to listen to this. You have to really look at this product because, again, it's the simplicity and also the ability to help other people. Looking at other systems, looking at other investments, and it really has not done what this system can do for us. And that's what is really exciting about it. Yeah.
I'm excited. To help a lot of people win. Miles, any closing comments or thoughts or encouragement for our audience?
Yeah, and I'd just like to ask a question of everybody watching. I want to ask you guys a question. And I want you folks to comment. I want you to be very sincere. Randy has went over the comp plan, the program. Very, very simple how we build here. I have a question for all of you folks. How many of you, from what we shared with you tonight, how many of you get it? Because again, another problem with this industry is things are so complicated. You got to go through training to learn the comp plan. So again, I want you folks to comment. How many of you get it? what we're saying. I mean, you really get it, and you see how what we're doing here can really change your life and help you build a business. I want to see some comments. Just say, hey, I get it. Because I'll tell you something, folks, I certainly get it. And the first time I looked, in fact, the first time I looked at it, Randy, and you know this story, Randy, was I saw you on a Facebook Live presentation just like this. And again, Randy, I've been wanting to work with you for so long, brother. But again, building my business, working with my team, I've just been so busy where sometimes you need to get out of your business. You got to be careful that, you know, you want to be working on your business, not just so into it. So I took a step back, and, you know, Sonia told me you were coming on last week. I watched the presentation like all of you are watching here. And you know what, folks? I got it. And right after that presentation, Randy can tell you, I reached out to him. In fact, I reached out to him several times. I was trying to reach him. And then the very next thing I did, I went into the bedroom. It was late at night. Sonia was sleeping, and I woke her up. And I said, sweetheart, I said, I'm working with Randy. And I'll tell you, folks, I know right now it will be one of the best decisions I've made in my career from here on out. I have no doubt about that, because I'm gonna have a small part in helping people win finally, and that gets me excited, very excited.
Awesome, guys. So here, I'm excited to be working with you, Miles and Sonia. Guys, here's what you do next. I see some people saying, how do I get started? So what you do is you simply get back with the person who referred you, and they're going to send you a simple enrollment application, and you're going to get started with that application. And then what's going to happen is they're going to put you in the holding tank. And then it's really about how many more prospects, how many more people can you share this message with? So we are doing this broadcast every Tuesday, every Thursday, and every Sunday for the entire month of October, because we are very, very serious about building a massive, massive movement here of people who truly want to create financial freedom. And so get back with the person who invited you, and they will get you the details. We'll add you to a private group. You'll get a lot of training and onboarding there. We have trainings coming up on Sunday as well. And so I'm really excited that you've made it here. And then Miles, any closing thoughts, comments?
Oh, again, I just want to thank you, Randy, I'm just blessed to be here. Thank you for inviting me. Thank you, folks, for listening. And again, I'll tell you something, guys. When you do start, building your business, the money starts coming in, it's great. Sonia and I have been able to experience that. But you'll get to a point where, there's only so much satisfaction in doing that. You want to be able to spread the wealth and help others, and also keep what you have. Okay. So having the opportunity, whoever created this comp plan, the way it's designed, bless them, because people are going to have a chance to win. And I'm not talking about, the leaders, the top leaders of some, company coming in and they've got, years of experience. I'm talking about people just starting, average, ordinary folks that are looking to make a change in their life. They're going to have a chance to finally win. And again, that excites me, and I'm just honored to be a part of this. So thank you, Randy.
Thanks, everyone, for jumping on. And guys, get back with the person who invited you. We look forward to seeing you in the community. And we'll be back here again next Thursday at 10 p.m. Eastern, 9 p.m. Central, 7 p.m. Pacific. So invite people to come and take a look at this information. It's really simple, and it makes a lot of sense. All right. So have a good evening. Thanks for jumping on.